Play.
All right, gentlemen, I'm gonna keep this quick because I've got friends over and I've got wings on the grill. So I'm gonna go through our warm-up. I like to call this the Colt 45 because there's 45 throws. I'm gonna have to do all 45. And we're gunslingers. That's what quarterbacks do, okay? So I'm gonna take you through each of the 9 positions or stations. What we're gonna do is we're gonna work backwards from the end of the throw all the way to the footwork. So we're gonna reverse engineer a throw, okay? So the first thing we're gonna do is just the release. We're working on flicking our wrists, okay? So we wanna have a little space between the palm and the ball. We don't wanna palm it. We wanna try to get our pointer finger up near the tip of the ball, okay? And then it's really sort of user preference how many fingers you want on the laces. Now, I'm gonna kneel 5 yards from my partner, okay? And I'm gonna shoot jump shots. So I'm gonna follow through just like I'm shooting free throws. My pointer finger should be the last finger that leaves the ball, okay? This is what's gonna get us a good spiral. It's gonna help with accuracy. That's the deal. So I'm just gonna hold an elbow here because I want it all wrist. I'm gonna hold my elbow. I don't wanna move my arm here. I'm wrist, and there's gonna be some arc underneath the ball. So it's gonna go up like I'm shooting a jump shot, okay? So the arm is pretty much stationary. I'm getting a nice free throw follow through. Now, the next thing we're gonna do after we get 5 of those is we're gonna start getting a little bit of our trunk rotation in, okay? So we wanna, just real gentle here, this is the ideal release point. If you think about this being a 90-degree angle, we wanna get 45. We really wanna kind of lengthen our catapult here. So we don't wanna release in here. We wanna get nice and high up here. I'm gonna flick my wrist just like I'm shooting a basketball. As I follow through, that's actually gonna turn sort of inside out. Last thing, I'm gonna pretend that my partner here, I've got a camera on my front shoulder and a camera on my back shoulder, and I wanna take 2 pictures every time I throw. So I'm gonna set my shoulder to the target, release high and wide, and then I'm gonna finish with my back shoulder taking a picture of that target. So I'll get 5 of these. Okay, so hands in the pocket right there. Now I'm gonna stand up, back up a little bit. I'm just doing the same thing. So I'm gonna take a picture with my front shoulder. I'm gonna release high and wide. I'm gonna follow through, get the dollar bill out of my pocket. Take a picture with that back shoulder. So I'm getting a nice full kind of 180-degree rotation with my upper body. All right, now we're gonna start doing things a little more normally. I'm gonna set the mound, okay? So this is my 4th station here. When I say set the mound, imagine I'm on pitcher's mound. Here's the rubber, okay? So my insole is facing my target. My shoulder's facing my target, right? I'm a pitcher now, okay? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna break the throwing motion down into pieces. So the first thing I'm gonna do is get my toe to the target, or just to the left of the target so that my hips can open up all the way, okay? So that's the first step. Not until my toe touches am I gonna release the hands. Then I'm gonna have the same follow through, high and wide, down in the pocket. This is awkward, okay? But the point of this drill, we're doing it in 2 parts. 1, 2, is that we always want our hips to open before we start our arm motion. What that's gonna do is create a whip effect with our arm. Okay, a lot of times our arm gets in front of our hips, and so we don't get any of the whip from our lower body. So it's step, then throw, okay? I'm still shooting a basketball, I'm still getting a dollar out of my pocket. After 5 of those, now I'm just gonna, this is the first time we're gonna do a normal football throw, okay? But I'm still thinking about, I want my toe to come down before my hand split. So my toe's gonna come to the target before my hand split, but now I'm doing a normal football throw. I'm still following through in the pocket, building this thing in reverse. Okay, high and wide. We're gonna get 5 of those. You can take 10, 15, 20 here. This is the throw. We're now throwing, all right? Feet underneath shoulders, okay? Weights on our back, big toe, toe to the target, hands separate after the step, follow through, bring that back leg through. I'm still taking a picture with both shoulders, okay? Front shoulder and back shoulder right at my target. Now, before we get into anything else, we're gonna just do a little bit of our RPO game here. So I'm gonna ride a running back, imaginary running back, from right to left and throw, from left to right and throw, okay? Get about 5 total. I'm gonna flip my hips, set the mound, and throw. I'll come from the other way. Okay, so we can get 5 of those. Now, we're gonna start getting to our drop. We're gonna take the last 2 steps of our 3-step drop here. So this is the last 2 of a 3-step drop because we do everything backwards. So I'm gonna catch the ball. I'm gonna step with my non-throwing foot, left, right. When that right foot hits the ground, I need to set the mound, and then everything is just like it has been. 1, 2, throw. Okay, we'll get 5 of these. 1, 2, throw. And we'll get into a full 3-step drop. 3-step drop. All the depth on our drop comes from our throwing foot, the first step. So if I'm right-handed, I'm gonna take my right foot off the ground. I want you to start just by walking it. Literally walk. 2, 3, throw. Okay, and then over your 5 throws, you're just gonna speed up to where you're just bouncing a little bit on your toes. But you're never gonna get out of control or too rushed. So you can get 5 of these. This would be at 10 yards. And we back up, we get 5 more at 15 yards. Okay, that will get us to 40. And then we'll back up, and from 20 yards, our last 5 throws are gonna look like this. We're gonna get a ride. Got a running back coming across my face, I'm gonna ride it. 1, 2, 3, and throw. I'm not hitching on any of these. At no point in my warm-up am I gonna throw off of a hitch. Okay, so I'm not gonna do this. I'll do one more. I'm gonna ride this one left to right. 1, 2, 3, throw. That's your 45 throws. Good work, gunslingers.